Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are setting up my brand new bookshelf. I think that this is actually my first bookshelf all to myself. I'll show you where my books are right now. We have a couple built-ins in my house that me, my dad, and kind of my sister share, but now this bookcase will be all mine. First step, this is what the bookcase looks like. It's kind of short, to be honest. I'll show you. This is me next to it. So it's kind of short, but I don't really care because that means I can just stack some books on top, which I already have an idea of what I want to do on top, but we'll get there, okay? One thing that's kind of annoying about this bookshelf is that the first three shelves, I can't put a hardback on, like standing upright, since the shelves are so skinny, just the first three, but I can put them on there like that, so it's fine, I can work with this. Just a little bit annoying. But then towards the bottom, the shelves are pretty deep, but I just love this bookcase so much. Just the details in it, I love. So I'm so excited to set this up. Now, let's go look where all my books currently live. So I pretty much just have books stacked everywhere at the moment. Books just randomly placed in sections on these shelves that technically are my dad's. I have books at my apartment that I want to read. Basically what I have going on here is all of these books are mine, and then books in all of these bins. Ignore my dumbbells. I just work out in this room, so they live here. These black bins are pretty big, but a lot of these books are older books, like books that I would have read in middle school. So I'm not sure if they're gonna make it onto my shelf or not. They might just end up in these black baskets, but I know all of these books right here are definitely gonna make it to the shelf. Okay, so I'm thinking step number one is to just pull out all my books and bring them to my room so I know what we're working with. This is what I'm currently working with book-wise. I think that these are all the books that are going to end up on the shelf. And I have 3 of these bins still full, so I didn't take all of them. I'm just trying to take the books that I really love and really want on my shelves, because I want this bookcase to not only be pretty, but I want it to be the books that I really like or have an attachment to or something like that, or just books that I've read recently. I'm going to move these into my room and then we'll figure out what to do from there. I don't think I showed you guys this stack of books yet either. These are all from Christmas, and a couple of those I bought myself at the Barnes & Noble sale as a Christmas gift to myself. That's why those are all sitting there. Just pulled off my Sarah J Maas ACOTAR books from the shelf. I think I'm gonna put a stack of books here after I kind of go through them and decide what books I either really love or I think are really pretty and put them there. To be honest, I don't feel like ACOTAR should be on the shelf because I have a plan for these shelves. So I have 3 shelves above my dresser, and when I got my cat, she figured out how to climb these and she just loves to climb them. So up here, all of my picture frames have been turned down so that she can't knock them over. So I was thinking, instead of putting pictures up there, I think I want to do books up there, but I want them to be my favorite books of all time go up there. So I think Harry Potter will go up on this top shelf unless they can fit there, because I already have a copy of Harry Potter on that shelf. I have my illustrated edition on that shelf, which is the shelf that ACOTAR was in. So I want to put some books up there eventually. I don't know if we'll do that today or not, because we have all of this to tackle today. I've been thinking a long time about how I want to organize these shelves, and I think the best way for me to do it is by genre. So I'm thinking for sure that I want one of the top shelves to be romance, and I definitely want one of these thicker shelves to be fantasy, because most of my fantasy books are hardcover. And I know I want a shelf for my TBR, since my book cart is currently at my apartment, which has even more books on it. So I think the first step here is to separate everything by genre. Okay, so I ended up not separating by genre at all. What I ended up doing was putting all of my TBR down here on this bottom shelf, and it's organized kind of weird because all of these books I'm doing something for a video with. Wait, I can just tell you now. I'm gonna film a book haul video with all of these books plus the books I got for Christmas, and then all these books back here, I have them double stacked because these are also my TBR, but they're not included in that video that I'm talking about. So that's why this shelf is organized a little bit differently than probably the rest of them will be. And then I also went ahead and put all my Sarah J Maas books on on the top here. I have yet to read Throne of Glass, so I wanted those to be easily accessible, and then all of ACOTAR and a little fake plant up there. I'm not entirely sure if any of this is going to stay where it is, but I wanted all of Sarah J Maas's books to be together, and I kind of wanted some books stacked on top of the bookcase as well. I'm pretty sure when I bring back my TBR cart from my apartment, this shelf will no longer be a TBR shelf. I'll use my TBR cart for that, so things are definitely going to change eventually. Okay, I've been playing around with the idea of doing a Harry Potter shelf, and I kind of really like how this looks right now. I don't think it'll stay like this. I just want to put these here just on display while I have the room, because I think I'll have the room to have a dedicated Harry Potter shelf. I don't know how long that will really be. I'm also kind of like really in my Harry Potter era right now because I'm rereading all of the books and I'm just like really into Harry Potter. So I'm loving how this shelf looks. Okay, I have everything separated by genre now. I just need to figure out how I want them on my shelves. But this all is YA. I must read a lot of young adult because that's a lot. That's all romance. That's like classics. Poetry, I literally only have one. Those are my two friends' books. These are all nonfiction, and then these are all general fiction. And I just realized I don't have a fantasy section, but I'm thinking that like those are all fantasy, but they're technically YA. So like I think I'll probably split things up within the YA section. Also, this is what I decided to do for this shelf for now. Leaving the Harry Potter book because I love how it looks right there. And then this is my To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. I think it's backwards right now. I don't know, it's out of order for sure. But I just think that this cursive spines are really pretty. I have officially finished my bookcase. I'm gonna give you a full tour of everything, and I know I've said this already, but things are definitely gonna change, so I might make this kind of like a yearly video of like reorganizing, getting rid of, showing you my new books, like things like that, so you can see how my shelf changes throughout the years. I also know for sure that I want to do something with those 3 shelves on the wall that I showed you guys earlier. I want those to have more books on them as well. I just haven't decided what books I want to put up there because like I said, I want them to be like my favorite books go up there. But let me show you what I have right now. Starting with the very top, which is obviously not a shelf, it's just like the top. This is pretty much all of my Sarah J Maas. I have 2 of her book series in the full hardback sets. So this one I just got is Throne of Glass. I have yet to read it, but I wanted to put it up here. It just fits perfectly up here along with all of my ACOTAR books. Again, they just look perfect up here. I did finish all of ACOTAR though, so I think they look great up here. Anyway, I have this fake plant, which I think I got from like Wayfair or something like that. And then over here, I actually really wanted my Matthew Perry book, my friend's official cookbook, and my friend's like trivia book to be all together in one spot, and I just couldn't really fit it anywhere else, but I actually really like how those look together sitting there. And then on my first shelf, this shelf is probably the most random shelf of all on my bookcase, but it is mostly general fiction and then some romance. So this whole stack on the left is mostly romance, a little bit of like general fiction and YA towards the top, and then this is pretty much all general fiction kind of mixed in with other genres. I don't know. This is kind of really random, to be honest. And then just another stack of books here. Again, kind of random. But then towards the corner here, I have my 3 nonfiction books that are not on my TBR. So I have Janet McCurdy's memoir, The Confidence Code, and Live Green. And then I have this cute little trinket that my little sister made me. It's so cute, and it has bees on it, which I thought went perfectly with this little Live Green book. Moving down to the second shelf. This is my romance shelf, which I organize it kind of a little bit different, but I have a reason for the way I organized it, so let me show you. This is all paperback romances, and then we have the 7-year slip kind of faced out because this was my favorite read of the year, so I wanted it on display. And then I have yet to read these Jane Austen books, but I really wanted them on display, and I wanted them to go in the middle of this shelf, which is why this shelf is like half romance and the top shelf is kind of half romance. So all of those are there. I think that's all of Jane Austen's books. I don't know, I have yet to read them like I said, but they're so pretty. I wanted them on display. And then next to it is mostly classics because, you know, Jane Austen's classics, so I wanted my other classics to be here as well, even though I don't know if Phantom of the Opera is considered a classic fantastic. And I don't think The Outsiders is or Alice in Wonderland, but it just made sense to have all of these together in my head. And then another trinket, I'm so obsessed with this. I was like, this has to be on my romance shelf. It is so cute. It's pretty old, so I have no idea where it came from, but I'm like obsessed with it. And then moving down, this is my YA shelf, which is typically all of my fantasies, because I kind of separated it to be like YA is down here with all my fantasies, and then the YA is also continued on the top shelf, which again is my random shelf, but this is how it's staying for now. Down to the side, I have all of my Divergent, the whole series, plus the little 4 book that she came out with. And then I had to split up my my Slated series. Those 3 are split up literally throughout the whole shelf. And then I have my Twilight series, a couple random books in between. And on the side, I have my Cinder series. These are the original covers, and I didn't realize until like 2 days ago that she changed the covers. So now I'm like, those books are now precious to me because I like the original covers a million times better. No offense to her, I just really like the OG covers. And then I have this cutest little trinket in the middle here. I am so obsessed with it. My little sisters got me that for Christmas, I think last year, and it's just so cute. And I was like, this has to be on my fantasy shelf because it just reminds me of fantasy so much, so that had to go there. And then you guys saw me do this Harry Potter shelf earlier. I love this so much. It makes my bookcase look like it's packed full, but I have to remember that like this can be shoved down into a lot smaller of a size, but I love how this looks right now. Like I said, I'm really into Harry Potter right now, so this is just perfect for me. This is books 1 through 7, and then on the side I have the Tales of Beedle and Bard, and then Tom Felton's memoir, and Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And then the very bottom shelf, again, this is kind of organized a little bit differently simply because I'm keeping these books separated for different videos, but this side is currently double stacked with books, so I have 1 stack here and then the entire stack in the back. This entire shelf I have yet to read, so I need to stop buying books and get on to reading all the books that I have because it's a lot. To the left is my TBR, and then those books, watch out for a little haul video. I don't know if that's going to be coming up next month, or I don't know my plan for that basically is what I'm saying, but I do want to film that soon. I'm sorry that the lighting has probably changed a million times in this video, but the weather is really bad today, so I feel like just the lighting has changed a million times. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am so happy with how my bookcase turned out. I hope you'll stay tuned for all the book videos I have planned for the new year. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!